In Oymyakon, even breath freezes into ice, a phenomenon locals accept as normal in their everyday commute to barns and boilers. Here, 8 Yakutan horses escaped into the native to 70 degrees Celsius at night during a blizzard, leaving only one aging mare behind. A sudden night blizzard likely smashed the door and drove the frightened horses into the frozen larch and pine forest.
Yakut clothing is a layered armor of horse, reindeer, and fox, designed over centuries.
Inside these boots are layers of fur stockings, grass insulation, and heavy soles.
Yakutan horses have evolved thick coats and special metabolisms to endure winter.
In this land, roads freeze, engines fail, and horses remain the most reliable way to move through vast snow-covered distances. Permafrost and the valley basin trap cold air, so that even without strong wind, the cold settles and refuses to leave.
Yakut herders read snow like a book, following frozen droppings and tracks to estimate when and where their animals moved.
That distant whinny, the first real sign of the lost herd somewhere ahead in this maze of frozen trunks.
In Yakutia, frozen rivers are both roads and deadly traps when the ice begins to crack under shifting temperatures.
Even at minus 40 to minus 60 degrees Celsius, currents can hollow out ice from below. Without these crossings, people cannot reach hunting grounds, neighboring settlements, or lost animals in winter.
The herd has been found alive but weakened, and now the harder work of bringing them home through the same hazards begins.
Yakutan horses graze through snow in winter, digging for buried vegetation.
The same horses that provide transport and work also provide the meat and milk that keep these communities alive.
In wide open snowfields without fences, Yakut herders rely on knowledge of terrain, tracks, and simple tools. The entire fortune of this indigenous American family and community now moves back over the same breakable river that nearly swallowed them.
This is unstaged reality. The crew faces the same risk as the herders at this crossing.
This successful crossing marks the second big turning point of the day, but new dangers wait in the forest as light fades and predators move.
Wolves patrol these same routes, watching for limping or exhausted animals lagging behind.
One animal's weakness can compromise the entire caravan, exposing them all to the elements and the hunters that stalk the woods.
In these temperatures, wolves are both scavengers and hunters, following domestic animals that stray from human protection.
Guns are absent here. Fire and numbers will be the main tools to push the predators back.
Following ancient Yakut practices, fire is used, not bullets, to scare the wolves away from the herds on the open taiga.
Get back! Go on, get out of here!
Wolves dislike fire and noise, making this a risky but necessary tactic to avoid.
This marks the third major highlight resolved without bloodshed, underlining the respect between humans, animals, and predators in this extreme environment.
Even in minus 50 degrees Celsius, fire remains the thin line between life and death. Used carefully,
Yakut winters can last 8 months, compressing all travel, hunting, and herding into dangerous windows of freezing light. Locals learn early never to breathe bare air, always through layers of wool and fur, because exposed skin can freeze in under a minute.
Yakut clothing is not also carries functional, also carries symbolism and identity.
Homes here are heavily insulated wooden structures, with coal and wood-fired boilers, keeping interior temperature. Valuable animals are kept close to human living spaces, allowing a quick response during extreme cold.
Come on now, easy.
Yakutian horses often live outdoors even in extreme storms, but sometimes they need protection.
Easy now, you're safe here.
The animal will recover with rest, food, and home shelter. Any necessary culling for food is done privately and humanely, off camera. In Yakutia, entering a warm house after hours outside is a careful process to avoid shocking the body.
Frostbite is a serious risk in this climate. Traditional methods dictate slowly rewarming the extremities.
Yather, Yakut cuisine, horse meat, fish, and fermented dairy as the caloric backbone that allows people to work long hours.
Stroganina, raw frozen river fish shaved into ribbons, is a classic Yakut winter food, dense in vitamins that help prevent deficiencies when fresh vegetables are scarce. The same animals that pull the sleds provide crucial nutrition here, where agriculture is limited by the permafrost and extreme cold.
Kumis, made from mare's milk, is a traditional Yakut drink with mild alcohol content, consumed at gatherings and...
The cozy interior temperature contrasts sharply with the -70 outside. This nearly 9...
While storms outside can trap people in their homes for days, coal, wood, and stored food allow communities to wait out the weather. These animals are more than property. They are partners in survival, shaping architecture, diet, and daily rhythms of Yakut life.
Sleep is not for me.
Losing heat here is not an inconvenience, but a mortal risk, making stoves and boilers central characters in Yakut domestic life.
A new day begins in the coldest inhabited place on Earth, where clearing snow becomes the first duty after every storm. Villagers here often dig their way out after storms, turning the deep snow into an additional insulating wall around their homes.
As the heavy snow isolates the village, mutual aid becomes essential. Neighbors prioritize clearing paths. Even feeding the animals is now an obstacle course that has to be performed several times a day, regardless of the temperature.
Feeding includes hay, lichen, and sometimes root vegetables stored in cellars protected from permafrost.
The animal is recovering and will soon again work, produce milk, and contribute to community survival, closing the circle begun with the morning crisis.
High-fat, high-protein breakfasts are standard in Yakutia, fueling further work outside in the extreme cold.
Life here is a constant negotiation with the cold. Hauling water, chopping wood, tending. Even with modern fuels and central heating in some places, many families still rely on simple coal and wood for steady warmth.
This community is situated in Yakutia, where a vast annual temperatures can swing from -70 Celsius.
Spiritual beliefs, shamanic traditions, and craftsmanship intertwine with daily survival, giving meaning to the struggle against cold and darkness.
Strong hooves are part of why Yakutian horses can stay outside year-round, pawing through deep snow to reach buried forage.
Even rest time is filled with maintenance work, a constant investment in future safety in this environment.
This tiny settlement is known worldwide as the coldest permanently inhabited place. Yet daily life here is... While the world sees Oymyakon as an extreme statistic, people here it is simply home.